Let's Drink Apple Cider to 7,000 subscribers! Ah! We did it. We did it, guys. We're at 7,000 subscribers. I got my friend Daniel here. We are going to be going in depth about your questions, and I'm going to be answering them. Now, the thing about it is that I actually had Daniel select my favorite question. Well, his favorite questions. He can't select my favorite questions
because obviously I don't know yet.
But you guys asked, and we are gonna answer.
Well, he's going to answer. I'm going to read them.
Oh, right. Before I get going with the video, I just want to say thank you so much for Well, it's 8K now. Whoops. I have a really, really big thing planned for 10,000. It's going to be sort of like a story video that'll kind of give you a little bit more of my story and sort of like a lot more about like sentimental stuff. But I'm sentimental all the time, so I just want to say thank you so much for being here on this journey with me. We hit 7,000, guys. For a small content creator in a town that's not even known for anything crazy, like just thank you guys. Thank you so much for getting me this far on YouTube. Without further ado, let's go ahead and jump into the Q&A.
First question. This question comes from Mr. Westcott 256. If you traveled back in time to the past, would you give yourself some good advice or change nothing about it?
That's a good question. I'm not really one to take advice, even from myself.
This is true.
So, I'd probably just be like, okay, dude, well, I really want to experience this, so see you later. It wouldn't work.
Most of my advice is good after the fact, but you learn.
Yes.
And some people gotta learn by doing. You're one of those people.
Yeah, completely. 100%. Sometimes even in my head, I'm like, dude, you know this is a terrible idea. And you know the results are going to be completely horrible, right? And I'm like, yeah, but I haven't experienced that horrible reality yet. I gotta know what it feels like. The pain. And then later I'm like, oh, I'm so hurt. And then I'm like, well, I'm the one who signed up for this.
Yep. And I'm the one who's got to listen to it. Now then, on to the second question. When did you first start watching anime, and which anime was your first? Oh, and question is by Monkey Green.
All right, Monkey Green. My first anime my first anime probably was Sonic X on 4Kids TV. I'm not gonna lie. But the first anime I ever was invested in, if that's the question, is Naruto. I was hanging out at my friend's house, and there was a all-day stream of Naruto. The original Naruto on Toonami, which is on Cartoon Network. It was just an all-day marathon, and I had never seen Naruto before. We saw the trailer for it coming up next on Toonami. I was like, oh my god, we gotta watch this! We gotta watch it right now! It was so good! Oh my god, watch it! And then we literally sat there all day and watched Naruto. And then when I got home, I got a computer and I was like, how to watch Naruto. And, I saw this website. It was like, wow, for free? Wow! I just watched all the episodes. And then it was like, oh, well, we have more, but they're in Japanese. And I was like, well, time to learn subtitles. So then I just, my eyes were in pain for 2 months straight. But after that, subs, not dubs.
Wow. You had that much trouble with learning how to read it as it went?
It took a while.
Dang. Well, to be fair, I started watching anime more so in college.
Mm-hmm.
So at that point, I'm kind of used to it. But I imagine you were fairly young, right?
I was 11, 12.
Yeah, I could have done that, but
I was just like, how are y'all gonna read this fast? I'm reading instead of watching. It was horrible. So those of you who say, oh, dubs, forget subs, just force yourself. Eventually, you'll get good.
You're good, you filthy casual. But seriously, I would recommend the subs, just because I think it's closer to what the author's intent was, and there's a bit more richness and depth to it. Third question, why'd you decide to start the channel? And this one is by Damien Marquez, Marquez, in case I mispronounced that.
All right, Damien. So why did I start the channel? Well, at the time, I'm going to go way back. Okay, so I'm the kind of guy who is really ambitious. One day I have this vision. I want to step out onto a stage with thousands of people in the audience, with spotlights directly on me, and I have something to say to all of these people who are eagerly awaiting a message. Then I think to myself, how do you get to that space? I mean, you don't just wake up one morning and TED Talks and all these places want to hear you speak. You're going to have to work your butt off and do something. So, I tried writing books. I tried starting businesses. I tried being an A student. That didn't work. I just do enough to pass. I tried doing a lot of things. They just never really worked. I started 2 YouTube channels actually before this one. If you're interested, I'll put the links in the description. And they didn't do great. I just tried a bunch of different things. And I had this kind of rule that developed. After 3 months, I would quit. It's a really bad rule. It was more of a habit, actually. And I didn't stick with anything. And I got to this point, I was a college graduate, a year out of college. I'm like, bro, you have to get it together. How are you going to walk out on this stage if you're not, you haven't learned anything. You haven't been consistent with anything. You've quit everything you've started. So I said to myself this, and this is answering your question. What is the only thing that I've been passionate about for my whole life? And I was like, well, I should have been into writing. Well, no. I didn't ask what you should have been interested in. What were you? And the only thing that was most consistent, that I was most passionate about, was anime. So I said, okay, well, I'm going to have to trick myself into doing something professional. The only way I'm going to believe, actually learn a skill is if it's tied to anime. So I was watching Domestic Girlfriend at the time, reading it, and I was like, well, might as well, do something with Domestic Girlfriend, because I'm just really passionate about that, and that's not going anywhere until it ends, you know what I'm saying? So, I did my first manga react. I had a channel before that, I was just playing around, but once I kind of made that connection, I started making the manga reactions, and things kind of just went from there. And honestly, I'm so thankful that you guys watched me, because if it weren't for y'all, I wouldn't be somebody who not only has a YouTube channel that's going upwards, but is also working on doing video editing professionally and voice acting professionally. I'm trying to get into these things now, and you guys are the ones who gave me the confidence to continue moving forward with my life. And I have you guys to thank, so thank you very much.
All right. Let's see. 4th question. This is fairly simple. From Attack on Cuisine, an appropriate question to go with an appropriate name. What's your favorite food?
My favorite food, I've been saying Eggs Benedict for the longest time. And I'm still going to say that because I can't think of a better food. But Eggs Benedict is a really, really great food. And I'm glad you mentioned Attack on Cuisine. I usually don't shout out channels. I think this may be the first channel shout out I've done. But Attack on Cuisine, bro, what? Attack on Cuisine makes such amazing content. You should check out his channel. He made Senku's Cola. He shows you exactly how to make Senku's Cola from Dr. Stone. I remember watching that episode, and he has a great voice. He talks you through it. He's very passionate about what he does. Definitely go check out his channel. if you're interested in learning about like how to make food you see on anime in real life. It's so cool.
Question 5. From Justice, with a just all in caps. What was the first manga you read?
The first manga I read was also Naruto. And I think that's it. Was there anything beyond that?
That was just it. What's the first one?
The first one is Naruto, and I never even finished the manga. I just read it when I felt like it. The first manga I finished was Domestic Girlfriend, so there's that.
What is your favorite video that you made that inspires you to do better? And this one is asked by Anthony A. Dog's Army.
All right. I would have to look at the channel for a second, so give me just 1 minute. Video that inspires me to do better. My best video I'm just kidding. Okay. I'm not gonna lie. I gotta put my knee up for this one. It's not actually a video. It's a thumbnail to a video. Is it worth the hype? My first impression of Rent a Girlfriend episode 1. The reason it's a thumbnail and not a video is because I'd been like making a bunch of like crazy thumbnails just throughout the channel before this particular video, and I found the background of like one of the in between the first half of the episode and the second half of the episode. I found that so beautiful that I had to use it in the thumbnail. And then I was like, ooh, what if I put episode 1 on the left-hand side? And then I had my, confused face on the right-hand side. And then I had Mizuhara in the middle of it. And I just, looking at this thumbnail, to me, it looked so professional. And it was so inspiring to me to want to continue to build off of that sort of professional look. And if you scroll up, ever since that video, almost every video has a similarity to that thumbnail. You may wonder, well, why don't I have a video? And I probably would. I guess the video that inspires me to do better is, the hardest video I ever made, which is why Kazuya is a seriously flawed character. It took me like 40 hours to edit that one. And that was sort of the video that was like the way too high standard that I now apply in every other video that I've made after that. So every video, the production quality has kind of gone way up ever since that video. I don't know if you guys can tell like a significant difference, but to me, it took so much from me that I wanted to continue upping the ante for you guys. But the thing that really, resonates with me with that question is actually that thumbnail. Because the thumbnail just it's so beautiful to me that I wanted to make a video that is beautiful, that makes you feel that sense of success, of you created something that is smooth, something that is effective, something that can resonate. And that's what I wanted you guys to feel from, the videos that I make. And I think that the thumbnail was able to do that.
So, on to question 7. And this one is by Bomchu Link. When was the turning point where you decided, I'm going to take YouTube seriously?
Well, Link, you should know that one. But I guess I'll tell you too. It was the video 10 months ago, at least according to my YouTube right now. The day that my ex broke up with me, which is April 17th, 2020, I decided it was like either A, just quit everything and be sad, you've clearly lost at everything in life, you're a failure. Or B, give you guys a reason to subscribe. Because I was just so confused as to why you guys were subscribing when there was like literally a month and a half gap of me not making any videos. I was so confused. But instead of being confused, I decided to make the best content that I could. You know, what I would consider the best in the world for what I do. And, you know, Link was actually one of those people who encouraged me along in taking this seriously and helped me realize that I can go from the guy who has a YouTube channel, who's a wannabe, who's trying to be a YouTuber and all this type of stuff, which most people are when they start, to being somebody who not only is trying, because I am still trying. I mean, I only have 7,000 subscribers, but at the end of the day, it's about mindset, right? And going from I'm doing this because it's fun to I'm doing this because I want to create something that is actually world class and can impress anyone who clicks on it. That happened after the breakup because I had no choice. I was going to spiral into depression or become a professional. It was sink or swim. And I had already tried too many things in life before I settled on something. So thank you guys for being an audience and hearing what I have to say.
And thanks from his friend. You know, the more the merrier to help this poor schmuck out of depression, the better. Alright then. On to question 8. This one is, it's this name. So to whoever this poor soul is, I'm about to butcher your name 20 ways to Sunday. You have my apologies in advance. Abdurrahman Besirovich. I don't know. There's two different kinds of accent marks that I don't know what they mean in there. So my apologies for the horrible butchery I've just performed on your name there. I just took a cleaver to it, and I know that, and I'm sorry. But here's your question. What is your goal now on YouTube?
My goal now on YouTube, you ask?
Yep.
That's another way of saying I don't know how to answer right away.
Well, if anything you've said thus far, one of them I would say is to get to 10K.
My most immediate goal is to hit 10,000 subscribers. I've been saying I want to hit it by April 17th, 2021. That gives me like a month to get over 3,000. Okay, wait, no. 2,970 subscribers. I don't know if that's possible, but if we can get there, that'd be great. Anyways, the most immediate goal is 10,000 subscribers, hopefully in the next couple months. And then, but honestly, guys, I mean, yes, then 100,000, you know, then 500,000, then 1 million, and all sort of stuff. But I just want to say, the Discord server, link in the description, has been a place where people's lives have been changed. And I'm not trying to be like, pat myself on the back or anything like that. It is a community that is built by you guys. All of us. It has taken all of us to create this Discord server. And the people who are there have had a very, very positive experience. It is a really, really wonderful place to be. It has helped me in times of need, and it has helped many of you watching in times of need. And it's been a place of great fun. We talk, we hang out, we chill, we play video games. We learn about each other. We learn about the world. People from all over the world are on the server, and I just want to say, continuing to grow the Discord server is a big goal of mine. To create a community that is possible and makes people feel comfortable. A fun place to be online where we can grow as people and as friends. It's a wonderful environment, and I really encourage you to join the server if you haven't already.
Lyle Ballesteros, again, sorry for butchery, would like to know what the backstory on apple cider is.
Okay. The backstory on apple cider. Well, growing up, my mom had the brand of apple cider that I use, Alpine. apple cider. I'll show a real picture of it next to it. But Alpine apple cider. Growing up, I had it a lot, but then I completely forgot about it. Went to college, and there was a girl, I won't say her name, but she took me to this really nice coffee place and said, "Have you ever had hot apple cider?" And I forgot about how I grew up drinking hot apple cider. So I was like, "No, I haven't." And she actually ordered me and paid for it a thing of apple cider. And hot apple cider, might I add. That experience was so positive that it just stuck with me. And every time I'm at a coffee shop, even to this day, I always see if they have hot apple cider. And I drink it. So when I started the channel, I'm appleb0b, have a really positive experience with apple cider. Well, what's next? Alright guys, so today, let's drink some apple cider to Strike Witch's Road to Berlin. Yeah, join the two. And one of my best friends suggested that if I like apple cider so much, why not have some sort of gag on the channel? So, started out for fun, for kicks and giggles, and now, every single video, no matter what it is, we drink apple cider to something.
I drink some now, but it's so delicious it's already gone.
Oh my.
Yeah. Like all your fans probably at this point in the video know this because they've seen me doing this. But you've been busy answering questions. Alright, on to question 10. Fly Kage. This is his or her question. How do you think Rent a Girlfriend will end?
I feel like Rent a Girlfriend will end better than Domestic Girlfriend. But I don't really know beyond that. I mean, I want him to end up with Sumi. I know that's going to make a lot of people really mad, but she's my best girl. But anyways, if he ends up with Mizuha, it's going to be great, and I'll be happy or whatever. But Sumi, though! Sumi, though!
You always pick, like, Domestic Girlfriend, you pick Tina. Now you're not picking, I suppose Mizuhara is the alternative that everybody wants. He always is going for the one that nobody likes. This man. He's like, well, I have unique tastes. Yes, you do. He doesn't have to pat his back. I pat it for him.
What can I say? Gotta be unique. You know what I'm saying? I mean, how else you gonna live?
This is true. Qualifications for being this man's friend. Not normal.
Do you have any final thoughts?
Only this. Thanks for inviting me on. This was fun. I can't wait to see myself get ripped apart in the comments question for my eyes constantly drifting during the video and such. I get distracted easy. But but this was fun nonetheless. Thanks for having me on, friendo. Well,
you know what time it is.
Unfortunately, I do.
Time to get it. Let's go. It's time for that trash type beat. Let's get it.